want to fight Teo?
Yeah, well, I don't have really many options. Devin Haney ducked me.
No, Devin Haney, I thought.
He ducked me.
Bruh.
Shakur just ducked me. So I got one option. But Teofimo, I mean, for him to come to 47, it's going to be hard for him. But he said he's down.
Cambosis and Nakatani, for me, that's the fight I want. I mean, I even messaged him today. I said, yo, let's get this going, bro.
Oh, you hit him today?
Yeah, if you want to run this, let's run it.
Like I said, I'll be ready for whatever happens. It's looking like I'm going to fight Teofimo Lopez, so that's good. You know, I've seen him today. It's a little strange, but other than that, he's ready to whoop his ass.
Ryan Garcia just called his shot against Teofimo Lopez and lined up a welterweight clash. Buzzing with excitement, Ryan Garcia pushed for a fight with Teofimo Lopez and made it clear he was ready to step in immediately.
Somebody obviously called you out recently, Teofimo Lopez.
That's the one I want.
Is that a get-up type of fight for you?
It makes me excited because I know that I come back and beat Rollies. Who cares? I come back and I beat Teofimo. That's just a bigger statement. Everybody would count me out again, just like Devin Haney. It excites me because I know it would be the right timing for me because now I feel more involved and I could feel my energy and my aura back to the sport. And I just know I'll beat him. My style, I just know that I will actually beat him fairly easy to the point where like I'm going to put a beating on him bad.
Damn.
Swollen up just like Devin Haney. I just know it. I know the styles that I like.
Sparred before? Or is
nah.
styles make fights? So
styles make fights. His defense just doesn't seem like he'll be able to stop my shots.
So you saying the hook? That hook is going.
Hook, right hand. I mean, he gets hit with both.
After the call-out, Teofimo Lopez fired back, making it clear he's been chasing this matchup for a long time and is more than ready to make it happen.
Do you believe that Ryan Garcia will fight you, and it is a fight that we will also see?
Yes, I see 2026 being a very active year for me. Active year, something that is going to be very great, be in the public eye, and with great names. Sharing the ring with those of the Garcias, the Shakurs, and Devin Haney's. Depending what Devin Haney does in November, you know, against Brian Norman, that's also at the table. However, so what I've been told, no matter what, they would love to see me and Ryan regardless next year.
Before the rivalry exploded, Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez stood on the same side, backing each other as friends, making this fallout hit even harder.
Teofimo, what do you... I love you. George Washington mentioned, if the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent will be led like sheep led to a slaughter.
Feel good about himself. You know, Haney wants to have an excuse as to why he got beat up, and that's it. So it's all nonsense.
Just real quick, I want to...
But as time went on, Teofimo Lopez turned more competitive, shifting the focus toward money and raising the stakes between them.
Brian DM'd me and everything. Boy, desperate for some payday. Brian just said that if I'm looking forward to it, man, we could make some good money and we could make the fight happen. At 1.4 that they did on pay-per-view buys was mainly from Brian's side, not really from Tank. And that's all from the YouTubers and the young kids that don't know. It's just your casual fans. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy that makes everybody else more money than I make.
All right, what about Ryan Garcia though? Because I saw Oscar say
Ryan ain't nothing but a knight on a chess piece.
Oh, like he ain't a rook or one of those.
Nah, he's just a knight. Looks good on paper.
I saw, because they said you turned the. I think I said
I did turn it down.
Yeah, but I saw Oscar come back and say he was like, "Yo, we never actually offered Teo to fight."
Then somebody on that side is lying. Whether it's my manager, whether it's Ryan Garcia's manager.
In response, Ryan Garcia fired back at Teofimo Lopez in public and turned the tension into a full rivalry.
Hey, Turkey, I am your champion, by the way. Ring Magazine, I am your champion, Your Excellency.
We don't give a fuck what you
Your
are,
Excellency,
bro.
I am your champion.
Bro, we don't give a fuck, bro. I'm tired of hearing this shit. We don't give
Boxing,
a fuck.
baby, you gotta respect the origin.
Promise I'm gonna get
1600
you.
BCE.
Enough of this shit.
You guys are so boring. You guys are talking so polite to each other.
Yeah, that's how we keeping it.
You guys are all talking so politely, man.
We gonna run that. Remember that. We're gonna run that.
Yeah,
I like it.
I hope, but like bring.
What has now turned into a bitter, almost sinister rivalry was once a friendship that felt close to brotherhood, with Teofimo openly defending Ryan as proof of how strong that bond once was.
The fact that I became undisputed against Lomachenko.
You're delusional. You're delusional.
Winner takes all.
You're delusional.
A lot of y'all could sue and I don't do it because I ain't this.
You're
fucker.
delusional.
I ain't this sucker.
You're delusional.
This man sues. We don't sue.
We just take it to the chin. It is what it is, and we keep it moving. We keep it stepping. And you know what? By the grace of God that it be, that's why we're sitting here with all these great, wonderful champions, all right?
As the rivalry between Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez began to heat up, giving his opinion, Robert Garcia backed Teofimo Lopez, saying he believed Teofimo was the more natural fighter. Garcia still liked the matchup, calling it a big fight that Ryan Garcia would accept. Robert also spoke on Ryan's personality, noting he got along with everyone, but made it clear that anyone seeking special treatment didn't belong in his gym. In his view, discipline and respect came first.
Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, if they fight at 144, 145.
I picked Teofimo.
Why?
Teofimo's a good fighter, man. It's gangster.
Oscar likes that fight.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, and that's a big fight. That will do really good. See, those are the fights that Ryan is going to go after, you know, those type of fights.
So, Robert, now that you got a chance to get to know Ryan, what can you tell us about him as a person, as a fighter?
As a person, great dude, man.
Why?
He's a good person. He gets along with everybody here in the gym. That's the main thing. You know, if you have somebody that comes into my gym and wants, you know, special treatment and shit like that, then they don't belong in my gym.
Analyzing the potential matchup, Atlas questioned whether Teofimo would continue to build on that performance or struggle to reach that level again. Teddy then shifted to the Ryan Garcia matchup, explaining that Ryan would need to control distance and force Lopez onto the front foot. In his view, the fight would come down to which version of Teofimo showed up on the night.
Lomachenko was one of the top 3 guys. He beat him. Lopez went out there, and he's a young kid, just like Garcia. He's 22 years old, or 23, whatever. But he's a young kid, where there's a lot of upside. How will he grow? How will he continue to grow? Will he grow from that performance, or will that performance get to his head, and that'll be be a letdown after beating Lomachenko? He'll never have that performance again. You know, which way is he gonna go? But that would be an interesting fight. In that fight, the way I would size that one up, again, you'd have to have Garcia control and range, looking to take advantage of, force Lopez to do what Lopez forced Lomachenko to do. Come in.
Continuing his breakdown, Teddy Atlas explained that the dynamic would shift in a fight between Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez, with Lopez forced to come forward due to Garcia's size and reach. Atlas noted that Teofimo wouldn't be able to control distance the same way and would have to take risks to close the gap. Teddy added that this would play into Ryan's comfort zone, allowing him to fight on his terms. In his view, that contrast in styles made the matchup especially intriguing.
You want it? Come get it. To come in and take chances coming in. Well, now Lopez, because of the size, because of Garcia's physical assets, being longer, taller, right? Now it would be reversed. Now Lopez would have to come get it. He couldn't play the game where he uses that jab and he keeps Lomachenko on the outside, makes him pay to get in. He'd have to take the risk. He'd have to be the guy coming in, where Garcia would be in his comfort zone, to a certain extent, of being able to fight his fight. So they're all intriguing. They're all intriguing matches. Maybe the most intriguing, maybe is the one you mentioned first, Ken.
Explaining his point of view, Showbiz the Adult analyzed a potential Ryan Garcia vs Teofimo Lopez matchup, highlighting how Lopez's angles and movement could disrupt the rhythm early. Showbiz noted that Garcia's fearless mindset kept him dangerous, especially moving up in weight, while Ryan would still feel comfortable taking the fight. He explained that the clash of styles, speed versus angles, would ultimately define the outcome. In his view, it was a competitive matchup with real intrigue.
Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez. In this round, looks like there's a cut around the... Taking angles, giving a wiggle to the hip, pass when he's feeling it. And
with Lopez being that far out.
Look, here's my analysis on this. I can see that. Because Ryan Garcia, I believe the guy will fight anybody.
And him going up to 140, championship bouts.
Offering a different view, the Showbiz said Ryan Garcia had the edge in ring IQ and could adjust better than Teofimo Lopez. He explained that Lopez struggled against fighters who moved and fought off the back foot, while Ryan had shown he could adapt during fights. The comparison to Gervonta Davis showed that Garcia had already prepared for that kind of pressure. In his view, even if things got tough, Ryan still had the tools to stay in the fight.
And he has better ring IQ than Teofimo Lopez. I think he can adjust better, and he has shown that. Teofimo Lopez, he doesn't do well against fighters who fight off their back foot, move around. He needs fighters to come at him a bit so he can counter punch him. Tank Davis will fight anybody. He'll walk you down, corner you, knock you out going backwards. It doesn't matter. Tank Davis, he just knows how to adapt. He's just that next level. But Ryan Garcia went to school with Gervonta Tank Davis. To fight a Gervonta Tank Davis type, but a fantastic fighter, Teofimo Lopez, I wouldn't put it past Ryan Garcia, even if he gets his whipped. We've proved in this community.
Reacting to the performance, Teofimo Lopez praised Ryan Garcia for delivering a sharp and disciplined display, calling it a great moment for boxing. Lopez noted that this was the version of Ryan fans had been waiting for, highlighting his speed, activity, and improved shot selection. Teofimo also pointed out Garcia's use of the right hand and strong jab, showing growth beyond his usual style. In his view, Ryan's ability to listen, stay composed, and avoid wasting punches made the difference.
Oh man, this is great. Honestly, great turnaround. It's great for the sport. Make boxing great again is what we saw tonight. Ryan Garcia looked phenomenal. You know, they always talk about which Ryan Garcia we're gonna get, and we got the one that they talk about, and that's a King Rye.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I thought he looked super sharp in there. The jab was on point. He was fast. He was active. And he didn't just throw the left hand, right? He threw the right hand. That's when he scored that knockdown in the first rounds. What did you like most about his game tonight?
I think what I enjoyed most about it and being there in the corner, like on the side, just from, you know, just watching from that view, I think he was just listening to his father a lot, you know, Henry. And I love that communication, most importantly. And then just seeing him not really waste his shots.
Continuing his thoughts, Teofimo Lopez explained to Mike Coppinger that he welcomed the idea of a fight with Ryan Garcia, saying it would be great for the sport. Lopez highlighted the growing competition at 147 pounds, mentioning names like Garcia, Rolly Romero, and Devin Haney as exciting options. Teofimo expressed gratitude for being in the division and made it clear he was eager to get things started. In his view, the stage was set for big fights ahead.
And then, of course, like we said, right, you are now going to 147 pounds. I know you won another Ring Magazine championship. I don't know if anyone's, I think it's been done before, but I don't know if it's pretty rare, right, to win a Ring Magazine championship in 3 weight classes. I'm not sure. But what are the big fights for you there? I would love to see a fight between Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. How about that?
No, yeah, those all those type of fights, man. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful for the sport. And, you know, you got the likes of Garcia now, you got Rolly Romero, you got Devin Haney, you got Lewis Crocker. So there's so many ways to make this happen, right? And
breaking it down, Sean Porter pointed to Teofimo Lopez's recent performance, explaining that early hesitation faded once he landed clean and gained confidence. Porter said that moment allowed Lopez to return to his natural rhythm and fully open up. Sean added that this confidence would be crucial in a matchup with Ryan Garcia, where both fighters brought explosiveness. In his view, Teofimo's wider offensive arsenal gave him the clear edge.
I mean, we started out at Blair Cobb just this past weekend where I felt like he came out hesitant. He came out obviously with a game plan, wanting to kind of work accordingly. But then once he lands some shots and he drops his opponent, then it kind of clicks for him to kind of be myself again, you know? So I think it's gonna have to connect for him to start to really be himself again.
And they're talking about Teo and Ryan. Would you give the edge to either guy in that matchup, Sean?
I would give the edge to Teo because I think he's got more weapons offensively. Both guys are explosive, but I think he's more explosive than Ryan Garcia. So that's why I would give him the edge.
Continuing his analysis, Sean Porter explained that every fighter handled pressure differently, stressing that Teofimo Lopez had to approach things in his own way. Porter said instead of forcing change, the focus should be on guiding him back to what made him effective. Sean added that if Lopez drifted mentally, those around him needed to help ground him and keep him aligned for fight night. In his view, success came from working with the fighter, not against who he naturally was.
We're all different, so we can all say based on what we would do, what he should do. But fact of the matter is, for myself, my answer to that question is, when I say he's answering it accordingly, or excuse me, he's handling it accordingly, he's handling it the way that Teofimo Lopez can handle it. So the best thing that I would do, or my advice for him or anyone within him is try to work according to him. You know what I mean? If he wants to talk, if he wants to be delusional, figure out ways to bring that reality back and bring him back to where he needs to be.
Analyzing the strategy, Wade explained that beating Ryan Garcia required more than a simple game plan, pointing to his resilience and aggressive mindset. Wade noted that even after being dropped in fights against Gervonta Davis and Luke Campbell, Ryan continued to press forward without hesitation. He highlighted factors like weight cuts and physical condition, but emphasized Garcia's refusal to back down. In his view, the only real way to deal with Ryan was to hurt him early and make him respect the power.
You're asking the question, what do you do? How do you beat Ryan Garcia? I mean, the game plan, the formula, it's tough because the Tank fight, he goes in with a broken rib and he gets dropped with a shot to the body, and that's the end of the night. Also, yes, the weight cut, the rehydration, all these things were a factor, but you go through that fight, you go to the Luke Campbell fight, both those guys were southpaws that hit him with big left hands. Granted, Rolly's not a southpaw, but if you can get Ryan to give you respect in the fight and calm down a little bit, which Ryan really doesn't do. Even in the Tank fight, yes, you know, he ended up getting dropped. He walked right forward, right at Tank, came back, walked right at him again. So same thing to Luke Campbell, got dropped with the left hand, came back, walked right at him again. So you're gonna have to put him down.
Weighing in on the matchup, Bob Arum said a fight between Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez would be massive if it came together. Arum explained that at his best, Teofimo was nearly unbeatable at 140 pounds, but Bob also pointed out that inconsistency and distractions could change everything. He noted that Garcia's power made him a real threat, capable of ending the fight with one shot. In his view, the unpredictability of both fighters made the matchup even more compelling.
I don't know enough about it, but if they can truly produce Ryan, that would be a huge fight for both guys, and I would certainly be interested in it. A co-promotion with Golden Boy is something that we've done very often.
How would that fight look like to you, in your opinion, Bob?
Well, I think if Teo was right, nobody beats him at 140. I really believe that. You know, if Teo is distracted with personal problems, then Garcia, who really punches hard, can win by knockout. So again, when you're dealing with fighters.
As the buzz started building, Ryan Garcia took the first step by tweeting and posting a video calling out Teofimo Lopez for the fight. Shortly after, Aiden Ross asked Lopez about the matchup, and Lopez made it clear he was open to it. Lopez added that before anything moved forward, they would need to speak with Oscar De La Hoya to make it official. In his view, the fight could happen, it just needed the right talks behind the scenes.
You did say yesterday, I want to start things off, you said yesterday at the press conference that you would look to be fighting on brand risk as an exhibition. Is that right?
I would love to. Like, it's a need, bro. Really.
I saw Ryan Garcia tweeted you today, by the way.
Yeah, he said, F that, let's get it on or something.
I don't know, maybe chat T.O. Ryan. I don't know. Ryan, what's good? I don't know. Would you be down?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
Oh, shit. I mean, hey, chat, if y'all want that one, oh, shit, I don't.
What up with it? Yo, Ryan Garcia, what up with it, man? Yo, you know, he got to talk to Oscar De La Hoya, you feel me? But nevertheless, I think they'll make it happen.
Okay. Hey, we'll find out some way to get you fighting on brand risk as an exhibition very soon.
What began as mutual respect and close support has now evolved into a fierce, high-stakes rivalry, setting the stage for a must-watch clash.